I'm Jessica Paxton, afternoon host here on The Current, and I am joined by Lucy Dacus, who is here in town for 2 nights for performances at the Palace Theater, along with special guests Katie Gavin of Muna and Jasmine Forti. Welcome back to The Current. I want to congratulate you on your beautiful new 4th solo album, Forever is a Feeling, called A Gorgeous and Tender Collection of Songs About Falling in Love.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. So the set you just performed with members of your band, absolutely stunning. I just got goosebumps and chills and lump in my throat. There is a depth and a maturity and like a calming stillness to your music that feels wise beyond your years. Where does that come from? I read that you started writing songs at age 8.
I don't know where it comes from. And actually, like, at a young age, my parents were like, what's up with you? I've been like called an old soul my whole life. I just turned 30 and I feel like people are still telling me that. So I'm wondering what age it's going to flip over and people are going to be like,
you're going to regress.
Or just like people will stop calling me an old soul. Like, how old do I have to get for that to stop? But I don't know what that's about.
So I also read too that like journaling is really important to you and your journals, and that it's like you're talking to your internal self. What is that? I mean, how important is that practice to you in your daily life? I mean, is that something you feel compelled that you have to do?
I wish it was daily. It used to be for like many years, and now I'm so busy. It's probably around like once every 10 days now. I'll try to recap what's been going on. So I miss a lot of things nowadays, but it's still such a good tool to just get right-sized about stuff. Like, sometimes I'll go to write about something that feels like a small thing and they'll realize, wait, this like matters so much to me. Or I'll have this huge feeling and then put it into words and be like, that's actually not a big deal at all.
That's so interesting.
So it's very humbling. It's like getting in touch with reality.
Is it like an internal voice that you're kind of dialoguing with, or is it, so I guess is it one-sided or two-sided or multi-sided?
Whoa, I don't know what that would look like, but that sounds cool. Group chat with me and all my personalities. No, it's I guess it's one-sided. It's me. I guess it's me storytelling to me of like, what does my life look like? And having to actually put words to it is so helpful. And I know it's a bad sign if I haven't been journaling. And I know a lot of people journal when they're pissed off, and so all their journals are that, or people just journal when they're happy and want to remember happy things. So I think it like fills a different role in each person's life. And for me, I think it's just to like say to myself, like, this really happened. And I think it's easy for my brain to kind of delegitimize things or legitimize things that are not real. And so that's very helpful.
That's so interesting. There was a quote from Hosier, who I know you collaborated with on one of the songs, Bullseye, on the new album, Forever is a Feeling. And I love that he said, I love the eye through which her lyrical voice finds the world. And I just thought that was so beautiful and poet. So insightful, especially from someone who's a really, really prolific songwriter himself. I swear you're that way too, given all your multiple creative musical projects. But it's like, there's already another Lucy Dacus album. There's also already another Boy Genius. There's already another like Hosier.
There's no stopping, because it's like what life is made of. I mean, I'll go like months without writing just because, but I think if I ever really like stopped writing, I would stop knowing who I was, and I would feel so bad. But that's very sweet of him. He's on different levels, though. I feel like he's plumbing like ancient myths and like old art, and
I would say that about you.
Well, thanks. I feel a little more, I guess because I wrote it, I know where it came from, so it feels all tangible to me. I have that bias, I suppose, but yeah, he's awesome. His voice sounds so good on that song too.
Well, together, it's really stunning.
Thanks.
Well, that was a good segue to talk about the album, Forever is a Feeling. Talking about, I feel like there's this medieval, Rubenesque ancient quality to you, your look, your music, and certainly that's reflected on the album cover and the oil painting by Will St. John, which is really beautiful. Did you actually have to sit and pose for a portrait?
Not like for the duration.
Okay, I wondered.
But we did a whole shoot to get reference images, and then, I love the painting in person. It's very stunning.
I was going to ask, is there an actual painting? Do you have that in a gilded frame?
It's actual. Wow. Yeah, it's like a physical object.
That's amazing.
I thought it would be cool to have no digital aspects to the art, but yeah, it kind of would have been cool if I had 2 months to just sit
to pose. Exactly.
But Will did a really great job, and yeah, it's interesting. It's not one time period I'm trying to evoke. It's just romantic eras through time. But Rubenesque is a great word for it, and just writing all these songs, love songs, I was love is so old, and it's been a motivator for art forever. So it's given me the chance to go back and look at a bunch of old art and feel small in a history of things, which is a great feeling.
That is so beautiful. That makes me think of something else that you said. Love is such a moneymaker. It's not always pleasant. Whenever you love something a lot, you're booked for grief.
I said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I read that in an article. Yeah. It was.
Sounds like me.
Yeah.
I guess someone was asking me about why write about love, and I guess in a weird way, love, you feel that it's rote. Everybody writes about love.
Yeah.
And then I look around and I'm is everybody writing about love? Or I don't really feel that that's true. Or there's a lot of stuff about love that I think is pretty poor representations of what love could actually be. And and I think love is not necessarily this happy exactly thing. And
Jay Giles band, man, love stinks.
Love stinks. It feels harrowing. When you really love someone or something, and you know that you will lose it eventually.
It's the most terrifying thing ever. And even if it's rock solid, you feel like you can't count on that solidity sometimes.
Well, because we all know we're passing through, on a base level, we all know that. And that's part of why, love feels really important to actually talk about and stay focused on and, get real about. But it's really elusive. I ask people how they define love, and people have a hard time. People feel it's all anybody ever talks about, and yet you try to talk about it, and it resists definition.
It's very hard to articulate, and it's such a different experience for everyone. Well, there's romantic love, there's platonic love, obviously the love you have for your friends, your fellow musicians, your colleagues. I feel you are also really unique because you have intentionally let yourself be you're a consummate collaborator. I see you working with all different musicians, uplifting them. They uplift you. You're touring now with this incredible lineup. How did that come about? The fact that you're touring with Katie Gavin and Jasmine Forti, and you have this amazing band who's with you today.
Love my band. Yeah, Katie is a good friend and Jasmine is a good friend, and I just am one of the luckiest guys that I get to swap voice memos with them and get their opinions on stuff I write. They ask for my opinions, and I just feel I learn so much from them, and it's lucky that I get to choose who I play music with, because really nothing's worth doing unless the people around you are people you like being around. And we all really love each other and each other's music. I'll watch their sets and just be they make an embarrassment of me. But yeah, they're both such good songwriters. If anyone listening hasn't listened to Katie Gavin's solo record or the Jasmine Forti record, They're so good.
Well, and they're going to get the chance when they see you guys all perform at the Palace for 2 nights. You know, and you know, I think there's also this element of you have intentionally embraced being a role model or an advocate and activist for LGBTQ plus rights. Is that something you take into your songwriting and the way you present yourself in your performances, or is that something that just happens to be one element of you, like having beautiful dark hair?
I guess like being a role model, like I don't think of myself as a role model, but also I don't think you get out of influencing people. Like people who would reject that they're a role model is like, you don't really get to choose how other people internalize how you are. So, I mean, everyone is a role model. Like children are a role model to me, like just the way that they see the world and have simple understandings of complex things or their curiosity. And so, yeah, I do stuff because I want the world to be that way. And if people want to follow me, then, yeah, I stand by how I act and, you know, causes I care about and try to, like, put money in other people's hands. And there's any... I'm resisting listing, like, all the stuff that's wrong right now. But, you know.
You and me both.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, I try to stay donating to trans people's GoFundMes. I try to stay donating to, like, the Palestinian Children's Fund, Defense Fund, and just giving money to my friends. And if not money, like, time. That's something on this tour that is different from the previous tours, is usually we collaborate with, like, charities to like raise money locally, which we're still doing, but we also asked if anybody takes like volunteers. So there's like a QR code at the end of the show where people can like get all of those resources in one place that they can return to. Because I have a lot of like younger fans, and a lot of time you don't have money, but maybe you have free time. And
it's really important to be involved and engaged and to feel like you're doing something. So providing people with that opportunity.
Yeah, you know, like it's interesting. People talk about activism like it's separate from just life. And I think that keeps people from being active because they're like, well, I'm not an activist.
Exactly.
And actually you are doing actions all the time. And so at any point you could do an action that gives you self-respect. And you don't need to like get all heady about whether or not you're an activist.
Absolutely. That's amazing. I know you're in a hurry. 2 quick questions. Your lipstick shade and brand. It's beautiful.
It's not this one, but the one that I wear the most that I want to shout out is Lisa Eldridge, what is it? Velvet Ribbon.
Velvet Ribbon.
That's like the red that I wear all the time. And then this one, I don't know what this one is.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I read that you went to college to study film. Favorite film, favorite director? Who? I know. It's like,
oh my goodness. Yeah. I mean, I feel like everybody's answer is Paris, Texas, but by Wim Wenders. Film. Yeah, it's just like a perfect film. And I also really love The Fall by Tarsem Singh. I love Robert Altman. Of like recent films, like Moonlight was a big deal to me.
That was beautiful.
As it was many people. Barry Jenkins, great director. I don't know.
Not to put you on the spot.
Yeah,
no, that's amazing. I'm a big film buff too, so
okay,
I just
cool.
had
What
to
are
ask.
your faves?
Well, you know, I just saw Eraserhead for the first time on the big screen over the weekend, and it was astounding to watch it all these many years later. And it was so weirdly beautiful.
Yeah,
I had forgotten.
It's like entrancing.
Absolutely.
That was unfortunately a laptop watch for me. I need to watch that on like a proper...
It was an incredible opportunity to be able to see. And it was a restored 4K. Yeah. It was just astounding. So that's kind of what's top of mind for me right now. Well, thank you so much. Yeah. I know you've got the tour, you've got the performance. I just want to say congrats on a really beautiful record.
Thank you.
Good luck with the rest of the tour. And we look forward to having you back down the road.
The Current is public media made possible thanks to member support.